Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 31st. 2019. Strong hand, be a unique beast, value your wealth in Bitcoin, unconfiscatable, offended by selling. No fancy sets or graphics, 5-digit realm, of course. Hey there, someone in the chat just said you're a motley crew of holders. No, man, you're an elite crew of holders. Yes, this is where the elite hang, okay? Elite, we're the elite, baby, Bitcoin holders. Be proud of your success. In this world where victimhood is glorified, be happy that you're a successful person. You are the elite. Pound that like button. All right, I hope everybody likes this shirt. Yeah, today is July the 31st, the Major League Baseball trade deadline. You know, growing up as a kid, July 31st. I think the deadline is in 20 minutes for those of you who waste time with that. And again, it can be entertaining. We all have to have a little bit of a pastime. But let's focus on Bitcoin. Okay. Let's just jump right into it. You know, some people like to play Nintendo or whatever. You like this shirt, people? It's linked to below. You can get all sorts of shirts linked to below. Remember, follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. And all of my almost 1,400 Bitcoin-related shows at disruptmeister.com. So, okay, we had some a little bit of noise coming out of that hearing from yesterday, that Senate hearing on cryptocurrency. The senator, God, I hope he's either a senator or a congressman from Hawaii. I believe it was only a Senate hearing yesterday, right? So Brian Schatz had a interesting comment. I linked to the CoinDesk article, actually. I don't think you've persuaded anyone that crypto creates financial inclusion. So he's worried about something called financial inclusion. It's one of those terms like income inequality. It's supposed to trigger you. It's supposed to make you angry and emotional and feel bad for people who are just not in motion. Because again, financial inclusion, so you can't get a bank account. Maybe that's what it means. You can't get a bank account. Well, and he's saying that Bitcoin and crypto doesn't help with that. All you need for your crypto bank account, you just get a Bitcoin address. That's it. Anyone can get that. No filling out an application or anything like that. So you're included right away. You have your own savings account and you don't have to deal with a bank. Now, it's very interesting that a guy from Hawaii, of all places in the United States, is concerned about financial inclusion when it comes to cryptocurrency, okay? And doesn't get it. And I think he has to get it. Because in terms of the banking system, Hawaii is the most remote outpost of the United States, okay? There are none of the major banks are in Hawaii, okay? So the people that live on that island, they're a little restricted. And Bitcoin opens them up to the world. There are no geographic restrictions with Bitcoin. So one would think that, especially in Hawaii, they'd be very happy about Bitcoin. And again, I've heard in the past, I've had people who watched the videos from Hawaii. It wasn't a very friendly environment for Bitcoin there originally. And I mean, you can see why, with guys like Brian Schatz, who want to micromanage everything, I guess, and be a busybody in everybody's life, and just create these emotional slogans and whatnot. But again, he should be embracing this in theory if he really cares about this nebulous term, financial inclusion, because his state of all states is a little bit cut off in terms of the banking system. So of the major banking system in the United States, of the major banks. So this is something that does not discriminate against Hawaii one bit. and includes it in this worldwide system. Okay, so there are my quick thoughts on financial inclusion and Brian Schatz, I guess, just trying to get some newsprint so his name gets in the newspaper or the online, so people know to vote for him next time. Okay, great. I noticed that Coinbase listed on one of their platforms Tezos, and it pumped. Yeah, classic Coinbase pump of an altcoin. Then it'll dump. Hey, by the way, people, if you've got a question, type in Bitcoin Meister over there. Bitcoin Meister in the chat, or you can do a super chat. UK Bitcoin Master says, Mrs. UK Bitcoin Master is in the house. Remember, Brian, I did speak with her once before your show. She said hi to me that one time. That was very nice. I remember it well. Hello, Mrs. UK Bitcoin. That's her name. She writes the whole thing out there. That's good. That's cool. Good to see you guys. All right. So I'm glad you've stayed up late for this. Well, it's not that late in England now. Let's talk about Canon. I'm mispronouncing their name. Canaan Creative, which is a miner that says they want to have an IPO in the United States. And that would be great. A Bitcoin related IPO in the United States. Go for it, dude. That can only help. That can only get the word out. I was up for Bitmain doing it. Okay. I don't, you guys do what you're going to do. You can make money with your IPOs and everything, but it's a marketing win for Bitcoin. And it's just a matter of when. It's a matter of time when the first big Bitcoin related IPO happens, and there will be something. Okay, so now that we're talking about traditional financial markets a little bit, we talked about the big banks not being in Hawaii. We talked about IPOs. The first Fed rate cut in the history of Bitcoin was just announced. Yeah, the Federal Reserve of the United States hasn't cut rates since, well, before Bitcoin even existed. So it cut rates today. So what does this, and again, this is linked to below. Everything I talk about is linked to below. What's this mean for Bitcoin? Well, it's less people or less institutions and people will, now that interest rates will go down, it will be more people will be getting loans because loans will be cheaper. More people will take their money out of banks because they won't be getting as much interest as before. And so there'll be more money floating around the system. So that means more money will flow into Bitcoin. And for people who think, I mean, it's inflationary. It's definitely an inflationary move. People will, more money will be floating around the system. So when people think in those terms, they think, well, that's good for Bitcoin because it hasn't. There's the same amount of Bitcoin as before, basically, and more money floating around. So good, it'll flow into Bitcoin. That's good. The non-inflationary asset. So when we get when we're in a more of an inflationary traditional environment and traditional finance environment, it's good for Bitcoin in theory. If it's where people are going to protect their wealth, which it should be. All right, value your wealth in Bitcoin. And but let's see. This is a first for Bitcoin, so this is newsworthy. We haven't seen. I say it's all cyclical. Well, this hasn't happened before. This is the first Fed rate cut, so I'm good. Al KZ said, I lost a bet to my 9-year-old. Told her I'd give her $20 cash in hand today or 0.02 Bitcoin that I'll let her have when she's 18. She took the Bitcoin. Strong hand. Pound that like button. She's a smart one, dude. She is a smart one. She won the. She knows the marshmallow test. I'm gonna have a Jimmy San quote in a second. I'm gonna. But that's a good kid you got there. All right. What do we have? Oh yeah, Litecoin halving August 5th. That's in 5 days, basically. Well, it isn't what many people expected it to be. There wasn't much of a Litecoin halving hype, was there? it's kind of silent. And indeed, Litecoin has gone up quite a bit in terms of dollars since January 1st. But in terms of Bitcoin, it's just gone up a tiny bit, as if its rise in price was mostly because of Bitcoin going up, because Bitcoin did raise some, all boats rise with the tide of Bitcoin. Okay, is that how it goes? Butchering that. Pound that like button. Anyway, but maybe a little bit had to do with some Litecoin hype, but no. And now we'll see what happens again. I mean, this is, and the one disappointing aspect of it was I did think that some people would hype it up, and then that would educate people about the upcoming Bitcoin halving in less than a year. But I must say, I seriously doubt anyone learned about the Bitcoin halving because of the Litecoin halving. Or few people did, not that many people. I thought there'd be a little bit more Litecoin, and maybe we got still 5 days. Maybe there'll be a couple of mainstream publications that'll talk about the Litecoin halving and then say, but the Bitcoin halving will be bigger. It will be bigger. And so we shall see. Let's get excited about the Bitcoin halving. Litecoin halving, well, oh well. Okay, article about that below. 123 No Scope said, Bitcoin Meister, I got my 13-year-old sister to start saving in Bitcoin. Whoa, that's good. Told her to start putting $20, start putting in $20 a week, starting small, but I think it will be worth much more in 2032. Yeah, and for a 13-year-old now in 2032, how many years is well, that's in 13 years. So she'll be 26, still young. Wow, that'll be great. Great for her. Great for her. Okay, moving on. You Litecoin freaks. You could be a Litecoin freak, or you could be an elite Bitcoin holder. Oh yeah, we're in the realm of the elite, the 5-digit realm. Are you getting used to the 5 digits, people? You know, speaking about, I talk about Twitter, and again, you can learn a lot from Twitter if you use it as an educational tool and don't start getting screen matches. And you go to TECHBALT, and you'll see that video from 2015 when we were in the 3-digit realm. And so people, people would have been so happy to be in the 4-digit realm then. So people got used to that 4-digit realm for all you fiat freaks out there. And now we're getting used to the 5-digit realm, the 5-digit realm. And then one day, 60, I can't even say. I can't even say. One day we'll have another. There'll be yet another realm. But I'm patient. I got my strong hand. I'm not rushing it. All right, there is a tweet from the Fold app, FOLD, introducing Fold kickbacks. Get up to 20% back in free Bitcoin when you shop at your favorite retailers via Lightning. Sign up now to get 20,000 sats here. Okay, this sounds like Lolly. This sounds like Lolly for Lightning Network. Pound that like button. Be in motion. This is where the big boys play, so let them compete, okay? Competition, that is great. That's great stuff. Good job, Fold. I don't know that much about you, but I learned about you on Twitter because I use Twitter as an educational tool. All right. Oh, and let me. I got a real education from Jimmy Song today on Twitter. This is good, and this pertains to both contributions that were just made in the chat, the commentary there. High time preference. Your future self will hate your past self. Low time preference. Your future self will love your past self. Which do you think is better for you financially, intellectually, mentally, physically, and spiritually? Well, pound that like button, Jimmy Song. Pound that like button, that low time preference. So I have a real life example. I look back at that tweet now of mine, tweet video of mine, where I say, Bitcoin is $250. Don't drink soda, buy Bitcoin. Oh, and I love that past self. I love that past self, man. I got a big smile on my face when I look back at that past Adam Meister. And when I watch all my videos from the past, I love that guy. Thank you, past Adam Meister, for practicing what you were preaching. Thank you so much, Past Adam Meister. Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah, I understand exactly. Oh, my God. Past Adam Meister. Oh, man. You knew what you were talking about, dude. But, yeah, I know what Jimmy Song is talking about because I am living that thing. I am living that low time preference, okay? I got no regrets. And so, I mean, and none of you should have regrets. Never have regrets. And you can always change. And it's always early. And you can always set yourself up so your future self can be as happy as the present Adam Meister is right now, looking back on my past self. Imagine your future self in 2023. Imagine, is he going to like his self in the past, the 2019 one? Like how I love the Adam Meister of 2015 and 26. I love from 2013 to the oh, God. Man, that dude. Yeah, buying and holding, just simply buying and holding and not doing these. I mean, there were so many things out there. There was BitConnect. There was the cloud mining. There was ICOs. Didn't touch it. Just I had my system, buy and hold, and a new show every day. Woo! As Ric Flair would say. Okay. Love that past version of yourself. That is the low time preference. All right. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Finally, Zap. What is this Zap thing? Lightning Network Zap. No, it's Zap. Well, it's LN Zap, it's called, the Twitter feed. What if running, this is an interesting question. What if running a full node didn't mean you had to be technical? Well, that's a great question. I'm not technical. What if not trusting but verifying was simple? Yeah. Intuitive and smooth. What if your keys, your coins, your node, your rules was easy? What if we released a full node version of Zap? Will you download it? Maybe. That sounds like a very interesting proposition. I didn't look too much into it, but I like how you marketed yourself. I like your emotion, and I like how you're trying to make this full node thing easy for non-technical people. And I know there are other organizations and groups and companies that are trying to do the same thing. This is where the big boys play, so let them compete. The more big boys that are trying to do this, the better for the consumer, baby. That is capitalism. Pound that freaking like button. That is the Bitcoin realm, okay, dudes? So I think that also is the end of this freaking show. So I hope you pounded that freaking like button. All right. And UK Bitcoin Master concludes, the Bitcoin Master rocks. Bitcoin Meister rocks with his strong hand. And you know what I conclude with? The UK Bitcoin Master, he rocks with his strong hand. All right. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links below. Bang that bell button, pound that like button, click on those squares that are right there. And Guy Bennett said, Bitcoin Meister, will you buy the Baltimore Orioles after the next 3 halvings? Well, they're probably going to be worth, because of inflation, like over $1 billion then. So that sounds kind of pricey. Okay, pound that like button. I will see you guys in the chat now. Bye.